How's it going, everybody? This is Petey from SupplementReviews.com bringing you a video review today for a new product from Cellucor, Alpha Amino. This product has been in the works for actually quite a while now. I know that they were working on releasing it a few months before. I got some cool flashlight effect from that container going on here. Before it actually got released. So I guess finally we've got it in our hands here. We're going to break it down, review it today, see if it lives up to its predecessor of, I guess, the Core series, Core BCAA, and see how it compares there, as well as just talk about it on its own individual basis. So I guess first and foremost, let's talk about their taste and mixability. Alright, so I actually got sent 2 containers of this, both 15 serving tubs for 30 servings total. This sent me the blue raspberry as well as a lemon lime. I'm a huge fan of blue raspberry flavored things as well as lemon lime, so that was right up my alley there in terms of amino acid products. They both taste great. I prefer, honestly, the lemon lime of the Core BCAA over the lemon lime of the, I guess, Alpha Amino there. So I guess that is, one thing of note. However, I do enjoy the lemon lime flavor. They both have that old school lemon lime Gatorade flavor there. I guess the strength will depend on how much water you mix it with and I guess how many scoops you're using per that there fluid ounces. But regardless, it's tasty. Blue raspberry, I guess the most closest thing to compare it to is a less sweet and less bitter version of their Blue Raz C4. It's very similar there. I mean, it's hard not to imagine that they'd have a similar flavoring agent, considering it's, you know, their flavor, and they can do what they dang well please with it. However, it's not drinking a giant container of Blue Raz C4, because honestly, that'd be too much in terms of sweetness, so I did tone it back a little bit, which is a huge plus. So I guess in terms of their flavors are both great that I got to try. I also got to try a few samples of the watermelon. Once again, solid stuff. I'm a huge fan of watermelon as well, so for every flavor I've got to try for the Alpha Amino has been very good. Very, very good flavored, not overpowered, not too sweet, and it tastes like what it says it is. So, good stuff in terms of the flavors there. For mixability wise, I didn't have any issues with it. It mixed up right away, didn't have any settling on the bottom, didn't foam up, so that's a huge plus there as well. And I mean, I have no complaints here. It does what it's supposed to do in terms of taste and mixability. Solid 9.2 out of 10. No issues. All right. Now, here's the thing that I guess most people are going to be curious about here. Taking a look at what makes this an Alpha Amino product. When you look at the front of the container here, it says it's BCAA powered by 3 times leucine, recovery and endurance, alpha hydration formula, sugar, and stimulant free. So when you actually look at the supplement facts on, I guess, what we have going on here, got no calories, no carbs, that's good, no sugar, good, that's just what the front of the container says. Their standard, I guess, micronutrient blend, but more importantly, the Alpha BCAA matrix at 5 grams of aminos per scoop, okay? So 3x leucine, which is institutized L-leucine, L-leucine nitrate, and leucine peptides. That is the big, I guess, selling point of this Alpha Amino here is using the alpha blend of the most anabolic of the BCAAs, leucine. So instead of just having regular L-leucine in here, they have leucine nitrate as well as leucine peptide, which is a very intriguing thing here. And if you respond well to nitrates, you'll respond really well to leucine here. I quite enjoy the blend. I was very intrigued by it. I was actually happy to see that they were able to deliver this stuff in a formula without having the price go through the roof, so that was even better. But I guess moving down the ingredient profile here, so there's 5 grams of aminos there, also including L-isoleucine and L-valine. So good stuff there. The Alpha Amino Complex, it also includes glutamine, micronizal citrulline, micronized alanine, a little bit of arginine in there as well, threonine, L-lysine, phenylalanine, and tyrosine, as well as histidine and methionine. So that's 2.5 grams right there, rocking, no problem right there. Whatever, it's standard amino acid blend. I like how they include some EAAs as well as BCAAs, so that's good stuff. And I guess last but not least, an alpha hydration formula at 2.5 grams per scoop, which is nice to see here. It has taurine, raw coconut water in here, dipotassium phosphate, disodium phosphate, and most as, I guess, electrolytes. And last but not least, chia seed extract, which if you've ever used chia seeds in cooking, they hold an immense amount of water. They are incredibly, I guess, useful in terms of hydration. I've seen some different, I guess, recipes and different uses for chia seed, and it's kind of cool to see it in a product like this. I love the coconut water in there, natural electrolytes, natural hydration complex. Probably seen that pitched here and there. It's kind of cool to see it in an amino product. So overall, in terms of the ingredient profile, the main selling points for me is the 3X leucine blend, as well as a hydration matrix in here. So those two things alone are a huge selling point for me here and make it, I guess, a very cool and unique product, as well as a very useful product. So I really like the ingredient profile, and I like how everything in here is dosed. Okay, one thing that a lot of people are going to ask right off the bat is like, okay, well, for this stuff, how many grams of aminos am I getting per serving compared to the core BCAA? I guess the closest compared product from the same company. Well, big boy, both of them are giving you 5 grams of aminos per scoop. So they're exactly level there. However, there's give and take. In this alpha amino one here, they have a different emphasis. It goes more the direction of 3X leucine. And the hydration matrix in here compared to the core BCAA, which has stuff added in there like HICA and beta-alanine. So that is one thing that you gotta, I guess, compare. Just like what they did with a few other products that are comparing, I guess, the flagship Cellucor versus the core series, there's going to be different emphasis on what they decide to put in the product for that equivalent amount per serving. So with this one, the more high-end ingredients, such as the 3X leucine blend, compared to, I guess, a different direction of the previous released endurance formula with the HICA and beta-alanine, they're both very, very solid, but I do like the slight edge here, because I get beta-alanine from everything else, is the alpha amino over the core BCAA, which I didn't think I'd see the day that would come from Cellucor to have them outdo themselves with their own amino product, but I guess that actually happened. That was the case, and I like the direction that they went with it there. So overall, long story short, finally coming down to it, the ingredient profile, very, very, very solid here. It gets a 9.6 out of 10. I was blown away. I love seeing that 3X leucine blend in there. I can't say enough. There's some very promising studies in there. It's easy to find. Just check out Google Scholar or any other, I guess, your research databases if you have them available there, and check out the research and reading on there. Some intriguing stuff. Overall, I really like the ingredient profile there. So, next, moving on there for effectiveness. It's an amino product, so once again, it's awfully tough to judge in terms of how effective one amino product is going to be compared to another one there. However, the main thing that you're going to notice with this one is that you reduce dehydrated, so it is going to keep a little bit of cramping at bay, especially training in some hot conditions or more sport performance ones, as well as a leucine blend there. Recovery did seem to be increased a little bit more compared to a standard BCAA product, which is kind of cool and kind of odd to notice that you actually notice that from a BCAA product. Usually amino acids are a product where you notice them more when you don't use them compared to when you use them, just to see, especially if you've been using them for a while, on what you notice from using them in your personal use. However, this one, protein synthesis, aka recovery, did seem to be a little bit more, and also a little bit extra muscle fullness, interestingly, in terms of pump, probably from the L-leucine nitrates. That was kind of cool. Not above and beyond in terms of effectiveness difference-wise, but in terms of performance-wise, it was notable. So I did like the effectiveness there. It's easy to drink, which is a huge plus. If you can't drink something during your workout because it upsets your stomach, that's a detractor. However, this stuff is pleasant to drink, as well as keeping you hydrated, encourages you to get your fluids in you, plus having that 3X leucine blend there. Very, very solid. Effectiveness-wise, it gets a 9.4 out of 10. Value-wise here, okay, that's another thing a lot of people are going to compare here. Okay, alpha amino, a lot of Cellucor stuff is known for being more expensive, especially, I guess, the chrome containers compared to the core BCAA, because it is their flagship one here. Looking at here, a 30 serving container of this is $30. You need 1 scoop per workout theoretically. Well, a lot of people, first they're going to compare it to, they're going to head on over to the page and check out see how much core BCAA is. Well, considering that core BCAA for 30 servings of it is $40, this is actually cheaper. You get 5 grams of aminos. However, you're getting a slightly, I guess, a different blend here. You're not getting the HICA or beta-alanine. You're getting the 3X leucine blend, which is a more high-end and exclusive thing to Cellucor. I was pretty impressed that they were able to keep that price point down there. So for the 30-serving container, it comes in at $30. Very well priced, $1 per serving. I have no complaints with it whatsoever. That's a very good value for a very unique and effective product there. So overall, the value-wise gets a 9.6 out of 10. I was very impressed with this stuff. It works really well, it tastes good, and the value is there too. It isn't going to be something you have to pay an arm and a leg for to experience a kind of a new and upcoming and cool and exclusive technology. So that's a huge plus there as well. So I guess that brings me to my final point here. Overall, this stuff was very impressive. I think it was well worth the wait. I like the blend that they put together there. I like that it's kind of a unique blend there with the 3X Leucine, once again, I don't even know how many times I've said that in the video. 3x leucine, 3x leucine, 3x leucine. There we go. I've said it a few more times. Anyway, considering that's the main selling point, you kind of got to, I guess, cover that and make sure that they're giving you what you promised there, as well as the electrolyte blend. I'm a huge fan of hydration products for in terms of performance-wise. I mean, if your muscles isn't hydrated, you're not going to have a good workout, and you're going to hinder your performance as well as your gains. So, overall, I really like this stuff. It's a very, very solid 9.6 out of 10 once again. So, props to Corey over at Magris over at Cellucor for sending this my way. Hopefully they got some other new and cool upcoming stuff that's going to keep following. I guess the cool stuff they've been releasing. This was one that was delayed. They had a long beta test there, a lot of good feedback, and I think they took that all very, very effectively and made a very, very phenomenal product that's delivered at a good price point. So overall, once again, it gets the PD seal of approval here at a 9.6 out of 10. Comparing it to Core BCAA, definitely give it a try. See which one you like better. I guess depending on slightly what you're looking for in terms of your ingredient profile. However, there's no complaints here. They made a phenomenal product. That's all I got to say about it. So anyway, once again, this has been Petey from SupplementReviews.com reviewing Alpha Amino from Cellucor. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, all the good social media stuff, and also check out our Facebook page because we're always giving away some cool stuff each week, including some Cellucor goodies. So maybe there might even be some Alpha Amino in your near future. Once again, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and you have a good day.